Hi, my name is Wes Suhanic. Ian explained to you how you can use the MalariaTV platform to help with the diagnosis of malaria. What I'd like to do is just explain how we built this stuff. Essentially, the driving motivation behind what we do and what we build is economics, because we don't have any money. With a great heart here at the Laboratory of Collaboraive Diagnostics with zero budget. As I like to say, we aspire to a strict budget. But in accordance with our budget, what we've done, the equipment we've used to implement all this is basically cheap commodity computer equipment. From your generic beige computer, I've grown to love the color beige because to me it means it's a cheap computer, and I can pretty well buy all this stuff anywhere in the world. I bought this particular one, 15-minute walk from here. I could buy it in Montreal, I could buy it in Calgary, I could buy it in Shanghai, I could buy it in Taipei. It's everywhere. That sort of cheapness extends down to all our peripherals as well. You buy cheap computer cards. Our fancy TT capture card for capturing these beautiful images of malaria parasites is $70. Our upper limit, purchase limit for all this stuff is $900. So essentially what we do is we started off with this idea of taking cheapest stuff that we can pull together and make work, and we pull it into a functional bundle. And what you see, the diagnostic parasite images that you see, are the results of that. But also, on the more serious side, is what we've done is develop what we like to call commodity engineering. Commodity engineering is bringing together all these commodity components and pulling them together with knowledge. In this case, we're using the knowledge of parasitology, microscopy, and systems engineering to build a useful artifact that we're deploying for healthcare. Let's get into the idea of commodity engineering. With the LTD, as I indicated before, and I spoke before, we don't have any money. So in order to move ahead, we had to come up with a way of building stuff. So we came up with this idea of commodity engineering. We like it for three reasons: cost, availability, and support. From the cost perspective, as I indicated, it's very hard to beat because we limit ourselves to a $99 budget for peripherals. If the computer costs more than $300, I don't want it. If I can't buy the computer and I can't buy the peripheral within a 15-minute radius of where I am, forget it. And I'm sure, given the type of gear that we use, that's pretty well true around the world, whether it's in Taipei, Calgary, or Rome. You can buy this stuff anywhere. That's why we use it. The second reason is availability. As indicated, these components are available around the world. Globalization has just done that. The desire to share media, for people to listen to movies and music and interact on the web has caused all this gear to become available on all the world's continents. So in terms of support, it's impossible to beat. We recently had the experience of working with vendors who sell expensive peripherals. We thought if we spent a good deal of money, in this case approximately $6,000, we get great images. Well, the sad truth was it just didn't work as advertised, and even though we tried working with them, it never materialized. The only thing more painful than buying the stuff and using it was trying to return it. We just didn't get our money back. I mean, it was a hard lesson. So from an availability perspective, commodity engineering is very hard to do. Finally, from a support perspective, well, what we're doing is we've got a very simple way of functioning. We buy the components, put it in the machine, and see if it works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, well, our support network is we take it back and try the next component. And then we look at the local computer newspapers that are probably the same everywhere around the world. So commodity engineering relies on globalization as a globalized supply chain as a support network. So recently we had a show in Calgary, one of our components broke. We walked around the store, a 10-minute walk from the hotel, and found a replacement component, and we were back in business. Hello. So my last installment in this very exciting drama that is MalariaTV, what I'd like to talk about now is, ask the question, where does commodity engineering live? Well, commodity engineering lives with more money in our pocket and more options. It essentially leaves us also with more freedom. However, with freedom comes more responsibility. And in this case, the responsibility is that you have to become the systems integrator. You become the systems engineer. So essentially, commodity engineering is awakening the systems engineer in us all. Instead of asking systems integrators to do the job for you, you have to take that responsibility. You have to take that job on. You have to take that pleasure on. So just as the open source movement has sort of probably awoken the programmer in us all, we're hoping that commodity engineering will awaken the systems engineers in us all. And this is, and then again, one of the pleasures of commodity engineering. The results that we're seeing here in our case, it's created a system integration job that's multidisciplinary. We've integrated across microscopy, across parasitology, and systems engineering. A lot of these things are more complex, they take great skill, but then out of this comes interesting artifacts. In our case, MalariaTV.